Hi, my name is Anastasia with the Summer Abroad office, and today I am joined by Michelle, who is a participant in our South Korea program in 2019. Michelle, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for inviting me.
Why don't we start by you just telling me where you are right now and what you're doing there?
Well, I'm currently calling you right now from Seoul, and I am currently a field marketer at one of the regional offices at a global IT vendor in South Korea. I help with the marketing efforts in Korea, and I'm working on localizing materials and communicating with other teams in different countries.
So that's really cool because you did the Summer Abroad program in South Korea and now you're working in South Korea. Tell me about your Summer Abroad experience in 2019.
All right, 2019. Wow, it does feel like a long time ago. So I did the South Korean Summer Abroad program in 2019 with Professor Amy Kwan. My experience there was fantastic. I made a lot of friends. I am still in contact with them now. And I learned a lot about Korean culture and Korean work style there. So I lived in Canada all my life. I didn't really think of going outside of Canada. It wasn't really an option for me. But I kind of the summer abroad program in Korea was kind of like my first step outside of Canada. And yeah, there I studied with various U of T students and also EHA students, which was the university that it was conducted in.
Do you think your Summer Abroad experience prepared you in any way for your current work experience in South Korea?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. A lot of the topics that we learned from Professor Amy Kwan was the work culture in South Korea. So I think in that aspect, it definitely prepared me a lot for it. And also, just being able to study and learn and do projects within a very diverse group, it kind of sets you for success everywhere. Um, the course was very group project based, and I think things like that, it just really prepares you for anything that could come your way.
Have you actually used your Summer Abroad experience in any interviews or on your resume?
Well, a lot of the questions I got in my job interviews in Korea was, why do you want to come back to Korea? Or why do you want to work in Korea? And I gave them examples of my summer abroad experiences, how I got to see the companies in Korea firsthand, and how much it made me want to work here. So I think that was definitely a positive part in all of my job applications here.
Yeah, that's so good to hear from students when it has this real life impact on them.
Not only is it fun, it was very helpful for my career, and I'm very thankful for that.
Summer abroad courses are smaller than usual U of T courses. You really get to know your peers, you get to know the profs. How did you find that small class size helped your learning?
Definitely being able to connect with my professor, Professor Amy Kwan, has been a big one. After summer abroad, it doesn't stop there. Your summer abroad experience doesn't stop when it finishes. It continues going. I'm actually still in touch with my professor and my friends there. And I think the tight knit aspects of having a small class isn't something you get very often at U of T, especially because it's so big. So I think the friendships and the relationships I built there, it's made a great impact.
Now that you're back in South Korea, have you been able to go to any sites or anything that you had also done on your summer abroad program?
Well, since I stayed at Yihua University for 4 weeks for my program, that place is really special for me. So I visited there a couple times. Obviously it's not the same without my friends, but yeah, I've been visiting around as much as COVID permits, but it would be nice to have my friends here to do it with me again.
You obviously got to know a lot of new people on your summer abroad experience. What's your favorite kind of fun memory with them?
Yeah, my most fun experience during my summer abroad was going to Samsung. We got to visit Samsung Electronics. It was a museum there. And then we got to see the Samsung products like the fridges, the phones, the tablets, the TVs. And it was a lot of fun. And we got to take cool photos at the Samsung booth. and we all kind of made like wacky poses. So I think that kind of stuck with me the most.
So, for our students who hope to come to South Korea one day, do you have a top two or three recommendations on things that they should do while they're there?
Um, oh wow, there's many. Definitely try out the delivery food in Korea. It's very cheap, it's very fast, and it's also very good. I don't know how to do it, but it's you get to deliver it everywhere. So definitely try out the delivery food. And second, try really going on the public transportation. Korea's public transportation system is very different from Canada, but in a good way. So I suggest that you guys explore Seoul, Korea, by using public transport.
If you could participate in any summer abroad program that isn't South Korea, which one would you pick?
Hmm. I would pick South Africa. It's another RSM Rotman course, and it's a consulting course. If I remember correctly, it was on micro enterprises and consulting. One of my friends took it previously, and she mentioned how she got to do consulting for an actual local company. And I think that would really help me with what I'm doing right now with my career.
Yeah, that's a really good example, and I think that just highlights um, how easily summer abroad courses and the skills you get can be transferred to a work environment. It's not purely academic, it's not purely travel. It kind of brings everything together really nicely.
I think the best part is that you're doing a course abroad, and your course, it's different from other summer courses where you just take the course, but you actually incorporate the country that you're in. And I think that's a really unique experience.
Thank you so much for your time today, Michelle. It's been really helpful, and I'm sure students will really enjoy hearing about your experience. Thanks.
Thank you so much for having me.